Okay, now next week is a brilliant week. The first game I want to talk to you about is Liverpool at home to Bayern Munich in the first leg without Van Dijk, who's suspended. Now, tell me about this tie, because no one in the world knows more about the possibilities than you. You're watching Bayern all the time, and you know Liverpool inside out.
Yeah, well,
I expect a winner here.
I can tell you about the tie. I've got a stronger opinion on most other ties, I've got to say. It's really tough to call. I think Van Dijk missing, I think he's the most important player. Regardless of the front three, Liverpool always score goals, whether it was Coutinho, Suarez, whether it's these three, whether one's missing, they've got players to bring in. Liverpool has always scored goals in recent years. The Achilles heel was always their defence.
Yes.
And since he's come to the club, Van Dijk, they concede the fewest goals in the league. He really transformed the defence.
Yes.
I've very rarely seen one player making such a huge difference. So I think next week is the chance for Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich...
And Gomez missing as well, so they're going to have to play two Duff centre-halves.
Yeah, and Gomez will be missing for the second leg because I think he had an operation.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Which is a big blow because he came on so well next to Van Dijk. I think Bayern Munich, they have to score and they must not lose.
And Lewandowski, of course, is their big weapon.
He's a big player there's question marks whether he scores enough goals in knockout competition when he plays against the best. If Bayern Munich, they need to get a result at Anfield where a 0-0 at home is enough for them to go through. So I think they need to score and they must not lose. So a score, draw, maybe a win,
right?
Which is a big ask because not many teams have won at Anfield in recent years.
What's Bayern's defence like? Because you mentioned the front three for Liverpool, and particularly Salah and Mane, when it comes to actually scoring goals, they'll pose a threat.
Yeah, Bayern Munich is struggling. You've got to say.
Back.
Yeah, they're struggling. Well, they're struggling all over the pitch, really. They've got Lewandowski, they've got in Coman, Gnabry. They've got two young, quick players who are very good. But then, even in midfield, Martinez hasn't really performed for a number of years. Thiago
he was never much anyway, was he?
Yeah.
Martinez. They got him from Bilbao or somewhere.
That's right. Yeah, he's in the Champions League winning season 2013. He was outstanding with Schweinsteiger in the middle of the park. But since then, he hasn't done an awful lot. So I suppose he will play because you need a holding midfield against that Liverpool side. Goretzka's done okay, scored a few goals. You've got Thiago. But then at the back, you talked about it, you've got Hummels and Boateng, both lost a yard of pace.
Yeah.
And in Sule, you've got a younger player who's quick, but he's very immobile. So he's not moving very fast. He's a 6'4". He's a big lad. And then on the sides, you've got in Alaba and Kimmich, you've got good players. But Kimmich is more he used to be a holding midfielder, so he's not really a defender.
Right.
And then you play against probably the most potent forward line next to City's.
Yeah.
They've got to be really careful, and this is why I expect them to play very deep at Anfield. But what they do is they keep the ball very well, and it's a hugely experienced side.
Right.
And it's a team that doesn't really make, at this level, doesn't make many mistakes. And even though Liverpool's been in the final last year, in terms of experience, this Bayern Munich team is miles ahead.